Hey everybody, Coach Jan here, and I'm using this mic, and hopefully you can hear me. So, and I think you can because the light is on. So anyway, we're going to do this Tai Chi workout today. I have on my private Google Meets, I have a dear friend who's trained with me for a long time, and we're going to go over something that's going to be for his morning routine. And so this morning routine is a truncated version of the kind of stuff that I would do on a daily basis, which has allowed me to be able to connect my breathwork visualization to my body mechanic, meaning it helps me, let's say, whip out my hand fast if I'm throwing a punch. That is a byproduct of the ability to soften myself and connect to subtle energy and then move that subtle awareness through my body at speed, at scale, with intensity. So first things first is we're going to step into our breathwork and visualization stance, our basic feet shoulder width apart and parallel. We're going to allow the body to collapse a bit, meaning that you're going to allow the pelvis to rotate on the femur, and you collapse down just a little bit, and then you're going to pull your pubis bone up as if it's pulling strings on your heels. And this is going to help structure the lower part of the body. Then we're going to drop the sternum. You can even tap your sternum if you'd like. Just let it collapse down, and then keep tapping it and feel the sternum lift up to the sky or the ceiling as if there's a string on it. And then take your shoulders and scrape the sky or ceiling with your shoulders, lifting them up, and then tuck your shoulder blades into your back pocket. When you do that, you'll find that your fingers should touch your IT band, your middle finger. That's pretty accurate for folks, for most bodies. So you'll know that you have this beautiful lifted structure here. And we're going to take the base of the skull, the occiput, and we're going to lift that as if it's pulling strings on the heels also. And then finally, you're going to imagine a string lifting you from the top of the head. This imaginary string should feel as if not only are you being lifted, but you're starting to dangle. So the body dangles from that string. And internally, you maintain the structure that we just created, but internally you start to relax the muscles and the organs. So anything that you're locking in, you're going to do your best to let it melt away as if the string is a guitar string, the imaginary string, and there's honey melting down, that sensation of honey just drizzling down. That string is the sensation of relaxation or letting go in the musculature. So you want to use or fish for as little as it takes to hold this posture. And it's important to note that when you first got into this posture, you may have felt a lock in your back. You may have felt some tension in the abdomen, etc. So you want to maintain those structures without the hard flex. How do you do that? How do you soften that structure without a super hard flex? And just do your best to only allocate the energy, the calories, because it costs calories to do any of this stuff. So you want to be efficient with the spend, the caloric spend, and just be very conscious of how little it takes to maintain a position. That's going to be key for Tai Chi across the board, key for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, etc. So from here, we're going to keep the tongue on the ceiling of the mouth closed. The palms are going to be facing downward. Slight tension in the anus. If you want to get a little bit more detailed about the relaxation, it should be like as if each vertebra is melting away from the last. And you go all the way down, let that feeling go through the hips. The hips should feel like a bowl of water that's slightly tilted forward. That means that it's not tucked in and it's not sticking out. The tailbone is pointing downward and back. And it's as if water's spilling out, just gently here, forward. The bowl is slightly tilted. You're going to inhale into the belly. Specifically lower dantian, 3 finger lengths below your belly button. Inhale deep, see the breath as a color as you inhale, whatever intuitively comes to you, and exhale, wash the color down the arms to the palms and fingertips. Inhale deep. Exhale, wash with your eyes open, lock onto something in front of you, and feel the color in the belly with your eyes open. This is giving you the ability to not only hold the target in your eyes, but also visualize somewhere else in your body while you're doing that. This is called gilded pillar, this position. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Drop the hands, breath lifts the wrists, inhaling. Lifting the wrists up, up, up. Exhale, wash out. Inhale deep. Interlace your fingers, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale down the arms and down the legs. This is called uplifting heaven. I recommend doing about 6 of these. Pretty much any exercise that we're doing, go for 5 or 6 of them. 5 or 6 breaths. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Notice that we changed the breathing. This is actually the full breath version of it. Big breath up and big breath out. That breath is organized into 4 stages. That means inhale, stage 1. Inhale, even deeper, stage 2. Pull the breath in as a color through the fingertips. Still going up, inhale, even deeper, stage 3. And then inhale, even deeper, stage 4. The belly expands, the waist expands in all directions. And then exhale, wash the color down the arms and down the legs. 2 more. 1 more. Widen the stance. Hollow fists. And we've widened the stance to what's called a half horse stance. This half horse stance is not all the way down, not thighs parallel to the ground like Kung Fu. But it's also not half standing like this. You actually want to get yourself into a bit of a stance, feet almost parallel, if not parallel. The same concept. Once you switch the stance, allow yourself to feel the pull of the strings. Pull the pubis bone up, pulling strings on the heels. Drop the sternum, lift the sternum. Strings pulling you up. Shoulders go up, scrape the ceiling, tuck them in your back pocket. Occiput, base of the skull, lifts up, pulls strings on your heels. Imaginary string lifts you from the top of the head. Relaxation inward and downward. Hollow fists now connect to your hips, and exhale, pelvis rotates on the femur. Weight stays on your heels, slight structure in the abdomen. Inhale, breath pulls you to the side and up. Eyes on the belly button, exhaling down. The breath is what's pulling you up. Exhaling down. Visualize the breath like a rope. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You feel like you're climbing the breath. So for here, I recommend doing 6 each direction. This is really going to help warm up the trunk, the core. In traditional Chinese medicine, this exercise, which is called Dragon Whips its head, is helpful at redistributing heat that is trapped in the chest cavity. So it's great when you're stressed or have a cough, etc. Exhaling down. Inhale, reverse it. And notice that I'm not leaning my head back and looking back. I'm actually looking at my belly button, exhaling down. Super important. If you're a boxer, you'll find some value in this, especially for bobbing and weaving. And 1 more. Dropping down. Inhale, breath lifts the wrist. Exhale, wash the breath out. Inhale, draw the wrist back. And exhale, let the fingers float down as if they're touching the back of the body and relaxing the muscles in the back of the body. This is called an attention circuit. We just do this quickly to get ourselves into the mode of connecting one point in our body to another. Inhale deep. Exhale as if the fingers are touching inside the front of the body, meaning as if your fingers are behind your own skin. Wherever the fingers are, they're melting the musculature at that level. So all the intercostal muscles right now in my chest, underneath my rib cage, my abdomen, down my groin, down the fronts of the legs, down the shins, the feet. Inhaling deep, we do it one more time. Exhale, wash out. Inhale deep, breath pulls the wrist back. And exhale down the center line of your body. Wherever the fingers are, that's where your awareness is, on the center line of your body. Relaxing the center. The organs are melting unnecessary tension. Releasing the tension in the organs. All the way down. Even through, once you get to the legs, really focus on the bone marrow. Unnecessary tension. Inhale deep, exhale, wash the color out. Inhale deep, exhaling down. Now we're going to shift right into a Qigong exercise. This is Jade Rabbit Watches the Moon. This is the most important of the Qigong exercises. Qigong is like weightlifting for intention. It's different than all the other exercises that we just did, which are more about circulation. This is about power building. Therefore, what changes is the color visualization and the intention behind it. This is programmatic breath work. So you're very specific with what you're doing here. For men, you're going to have your right hand on your solar plexus and your left hand on your just under your lower dantian, which means your second chakra, the orange one. You're going to inhale. Women are going to be the opposite. So left over right, men right over left, and then inhale, bring that bottom hand up. It's going to turn the palm, the bottom palm, as the top hand turns. Now both are facing the same direction, downward. Notice that the top hand is at your collarbone level, the bottom hand remains at the solar plexus level, so it never moved, it just twisted, and you exhale, push down. And then exhale deeper, flatten. 2 stages of inhalation, 2 stages of exhalation. I'm inhaling, I'm seeing my breath as a color gather in the belly. I inhale even deeper, I see that color expand, get brighter. I exhale and I condense that color with my visualization, keeping my eyes open. Then I flatten the color in the belly as I exhale. And I store it away as if I'm making room for more. I inhale and I gather more color on top of that last layer. I inhale even deeper, it becomes super bright, overflowing in my belly. Exhale, I condense in the belly. Exhale even deeper, I flatten that visualization and I stack it on top of the last batch. This is called Jade Rabbit Watches the Moon. This is a power or energy storage exercise. It is very important to understand that what you're seeing in your mind's eye directly affects your body. That is absolutely science. So allow yourself to store the visualization of the breath. You're not storing the breath, that you're inhaling and exhaling. You're utilizing the breath to catalyze a visualization that stores in the body. And you're programming what that visualization means to you. So here we are visualizing storing energy. With every breath, we get stronger. If there's any one exercise that has helped me throughout my life to have more energy and also to avoid certain health challenges or to get myself out of certain health challenges once I have them, it's been this exercise for sure. Do it about at least 6 times, if not 50. If you have time in your day to do 50, do that. After you do 6 pumping the legs, now we stay seated for 6 more. Inhaling deep. Exhale. Remember, 2 stages of inhalation. Inhale, stage 1. Inhale even deeper, intensify the breath for stage 2. Exhale, stage 1. Exhale even deeper for stage 2 and intensify the breath. Now remember that the breath and the color visualization, you visualizing your breath as a color, whatever intuitively comes to you, are linked. You have to create those links consciously with your mind. 2 more. One more. Another exercise that has been massively helpful to me is this next one. White crane spreads its talons. This exercise is very good for strengthening the lower back, strengthening and softening the shoulders, increasing your ability for a gentle touch, a gentle and sensitive touch, which is helpful for grapplers, but also increasing your ability to project the breath work through the hands for strikes, like boxing or throwing, striking palms, things like that. So this is really important. I'm exhaling, pushing the hands out. My hands gently float down, and I grab the ether with a crane fist. A crane fist looks like this. It normally grabs in Kung Fu. It also strikes like this. So we're grabbing. It's as if you have suction cups on your fingertips. The index and middle finger touch, or the index and middle finger and thumb touch for this, or you could touch all fingers. It doesn't really matter. What matters is your ability to feel and experience the ether as if you're pulling the ether like taffy. And again, it doesn't matter if you're pulling the ether or not from a technical level. What matters here is you giving yourself the sensation, self-generating the sensation of doing it. And this is going to make you that much more sticky if you are a grappler, anyone who plays a sport where contact is important, meaning contact with a partner, to be able to move with a partner or an opponent. This trains stickiness, the ability to follow, and then once you're following, you can add your own momentum to whatever you're following and then change the direction. Notice that I'm keeping my elbows relaxed. If I were to pick my elbows up here, that would create more tension in the shoulder, so I keep the elbows relaxed. Also note that once I go down, the fingers are like suction cups here, but then I don't pull with the fingers. I inhale, and it's as if I have strings pulling my wrists, and the fingers are pulling whatever they're attached to. So it's a chain reaction. Creating and being conscious of these chain reactions are very important, and you'll only get the awareness of them if you slow yourself down to speed up your perception. So exhaling, stick on the hands, inhale, breath pulls the wrists, then the fingers massage the temples, that's for your health, and then the hands float down to the solar plexus level, exhale, pushing forward, in and up. So notice that I'm going this way, I'm directing power to a target, forward, in and up, rather than just out. So I'm focusing the power. Now we'll do 6 seated. There's a lot of notes that I'm giving here because I want my friend to be able to watch this video later and to consistently be able to uncover new things from this training. And what that means for anybody who's encountering this right now, that there are different experiences that you could focus on that'll develop different skills. Eventually it's ideal to be able to experience all of them at the same time, which can be challenging in the beginning, which is why you do these exercises over and over, so that you can relax into them and expand your awareness. When you expand your awareness, you're obviously aware of more things simultaneously. So if you're only focusing on the color, exhaling, pushing the color from the belly through the arms, the palms and fingertips, that's fine. Another thing to focus on is the sense of weight. When you exhale, it's as if you're pushing something heavy. And then when you inhale and you pull back, it's as if you're pulling something with weight to it as well. It could feel sticky like taffy and be taut, or like you're pulling a sheet off of a bed. You could feel some resistance, but none of the resistance is in the musculature, meaning that you're not flexing or doing any dynamic tension exercises. Those are different and valuable exercises, but they are not this. So you're drawing the color in, pushing it out, experiencing the weight, and also feeling the pulley system of the hands as well. The breath as if your body's a marionette. So the breath pulls strings that lift the wrists back. Exhale, it's being pushed forward, out. So all of those three different sets of sensations, the pulley system, the color system, and the weight system, all three are happening at the same time. Very important. And whichever one resonates with you the most, or is easiest for you to get at first, that's what you should focus on. But remember that all three should work together. Inhaling up, we're going to stand on one leg for a few minutes. Inhaling inside, you draw the color in through these soft parts of the body, the inside parts of the body. Notice that I'm seated on the heel of the back leg, meaning that the leg is not straight, it is bent. This is called golden rooster. You'll also notice that there's a straight line that I am touching, an imaginary straight line. My heel, my hand, and my other hand, and my nose are all on my center line, as if there is a band of light coming out like a pillar expanding forward. So my center line awareness coming from the top of my head, that imaginary string that we talked about earlier, which internally should feel like a pillar of light. And the whole body is like vines wrapped around this pillar of light. Imagine that pillar of light expanding forward and allowing you to put your hands and your nose directing right on that same line. Everything is touching that line. Let's switch sides. Even if I were to change my direction of where I'm looking, I still touch that line. This is about personal geometry. And being able to establish personal geometry is one of the main factors in being proficient in the game of Taiji push hands, which is a space control and balance game. Essentially, it looks like Greco-Roman wrestling or judo or sumo, where you push someone out of a ring or throw them on the floor. Or there's another game where you push someone and just make them step off of a pedestal or make them step at all, which you can play in a park. And these games are really important for establishing, claiming space and establishing what your center of gravity is compared to another force or another person. Switching sides again. When you switch sides, exhaling down, the heel, ball of the foot, and big toe are your three nails. We want the heel to anchor, and then you shift the weight to the ball of the foot and the big toe. I bounce off the big toe and inhale, so my weight is pushing off my big toe into my heel. So I went heel, ball of the foot, big toe. Notice that I'm waving back just to sit. That is a very subtle, very important, very powerful mechanic that takes a lot more understanding from multiple exercises for you to be able to apply it. I want to just give you a sense of what that looks like or feels like in this exercise. And all we're doing here is we're breathing and visualizing the breath. And if you, like I am right now, losing my balance a little bit, that's okay. And part of me is losing it on purpose, but I want you to look what it feels like just to regain your balance here. Do your best to get this thigh parallel to the ground, sit, and then switch. I recommend at least 10 breaths there. Spending time on one leg is important. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, you'll find many single leg workouts where we go through a slew of exercises. Remember, thigh parallel to the ground. If you find it falling down at all, just re-engage. If you find yourself standing up, sit lower. And also note that these exercises are going to creep up on you in terms of taxing the body, so don't overdo it. We'll do one more time each side. We'll do 6 breaths this time for each side. Special attention on the middle finger of each hand. Draw that color in as you inhale through the soft part of the body. Push it out through the hard part of the body, the outside, down as you exhale. As you inhale, pull it into the lower dantian, the second chakra, the orange one, through the soft part of the body. It should feel like it's coming in, slurping in through the fingertips and toes like they're straws. And exhale, pushing out down the limbs like they're hoses. For every single breath, you give yourself that experience. If you forget, if you deviate, that's fine. Notice that my leg is dropping. I pick it up. I sit lower. And switch. Heel, ball of the foot, big toe. If you want to just stay on your heel, you can, but that is the lesser of the dynamic movement. But it's okay, because really you're just focusing on balancing with the heel as the anchor right here. But that ball of the foot, big toe are key in expanding the Tai Chi system. Inhaling in through the soft, exhale through the hard. Uplifting heaven right away. This is the exercise that you do to regain your center. There are many different exercises you can do, but this is what we traditionally do in the US Tai Chi push hands team to whip our awareness right back to center. I often talk about different ways to do that. When I was at the Shaolin Temple under USA Shaolin Temple under Sifu Xian Ming, they would whip their awareness back by saying Omi Tofo, and that means Buddha bless you. And they would pull their awareness right back to their center line. Their posture would change. Everything would change when they'd say Omi Tofo. However you catalyze your ability to whip your awareness back to your center line is a good way. But this has multiple benefits as well. Now we're going to work on the Tai Chi poem for a moment here before we jump into some calisthenics. So the Tai Chi poem, as you know, or as you may have seen, is very short. It goes like this. You have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to her, but she doesn't want any. So you give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. Nom, 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 nom. Then you switch sides. Big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So you give half to her, but she doesn't want any. So you eat it all by yourself. Nom, 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 nom. I was very excited to see Jet Li doing this exact form, or a variation of this form, the Tai Chi poem, last week or the week before. And I loved that he did it. I loved that he shared it. One of my favorite influencer friends, Alina Ming, also did a video of it too, to Jet Li's video, which is really fun. You know, I've taught this video for a while. I was this form for a while, and I was taught by a friend as well. The variation that I bring to this form is the mechanics that are pressure tested on the US Tai Chi push hands team. So that's what we're going to work on right now. Additionally, the breathwork visualization. So the body mechanics and the breathwork visualization are often not taught with this form. It is taught for children to be able to remember and to get some Tai Chi in. It's super fun. Do it with your kids. Do it with friends. However, there's dynamism that we can implement in any movement. And this is the example right now. First, all dynamism starts with the breathwork visualization from my perspective. So we get our structure correct first. Pubis bone pulls up, pulling strings. Sternum drops, lift it up. Shoulders up, scrape the ceiling, drop it down. Occiput pulls the strings for the heels. Imaginary string lifts you up. Honey going down that string, relaxing all the internal organs, everything dropping down inwardly, but you still maintain that semblance of structure. And now inhaling, the fingers going up. Color pouring in, pouring in, pouring into the fingers, into the belly, through the fingers, and exhale, the hands dive down. The arms are diving down, diving down, diving down to this beautiful structure here. Fingers facing each other, imaginary string somewhat, imaginary line somewhat from the fingers to the elbows. That creates a very strong locking structure. Now we're going to inhale, draw the breath in, the color in. Notice that I'm letting the fingers lead a twist in my waist. and I'm coiled up. My palm is open, my fingers are reaching, they'll never touch because I'm not reaching with the arm, I'm only reaching with the fingertips. That's called energizing just the fingertips to energize or to activate the rest of the body. And now I exhale, uncoil. Inhale deep, as if I'm pulling, just like in the white crane exercise, gently pulling the ether, and I turn the hands, fingers to my forehead. These are like number 11s. This is your guard, like you're a boxer. My weight shifts to the foot that I pulled in, and I turn the other 45-degree ways. Exhale, step. Inhale, draw in. Number 11s again. Bring the foot back, turn the other way. Exhale, 45-degree step. You can make this step as low as you'd like, or you can make it as high as you'd like. Inhale deep. It's as if you're pulling a tray back, and then the hands come to your number 11s again, and you exhale halfway. Inhale, the fingers spin out, the thumbs more specifically. Spin out on this inhalation, and then you inhale even deeper, two-stage inhalation, exhaling down. So I mix that. I mix the mechanic with the breath work there. Now we're only going to do the breath work. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling twist, exhaling uncoil. Inhaling bring in, shift your weight, exhaling out. Inhaling bring in, other way, exhaling out. Inhaling bring in, exhaling halfway, inhaling open, exhaling all the way. And now we'll do it for mechanics. Inhale, go onto your toes, fingers reach all the way up. Exhaling, fingers stay aligned with the elbows. Opening up the arms, it'll look like this from the side. Inhale, spin the fingers. Notice we're going the other direction now. Only reach your fingers, do not reach the arm. Exhale, uncoil. Chop out. Other hand, middle finger touching the pulse. Inhale, bring the hands back and the foot back. Fingers on the top of the forehead like number 11s. This is your guard. Step out and turn the number 11s to a push. So the palms go from one way to the other. Exhale, push out. Inhale, like you're pulling a tray back, and then to your number 11s. The foot comes in, shift the weight to that foot that just came in, and open up the other direction. Exhale, step, push. Inhale like you're pulling a tray back. The breath is pulling the belly back and the hands trail with it. And then guard, come right back to your center. Exhale halfway, inhale deep, inhale even deeper, exhaling down. One more time with the poem and all the mechanics integrated with the breath work. You have a big watermelon. You cut it in half. You give half to her, but she doesn't want any. You give half to him, but he doesn't want any. So, eat it all by yourself. Nom, 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 nom. And you just go right into a stretch after that too. At the end, nice little stretch, inhaling up, turn to your left side, exhaling down. Inhaling up, turn to your right side, exhaling down. Anytime I don't have time to do a full form, a longer form, I do this. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Really wonderful just to remind you of the beautiful, subtle power and how quickly it can be accessed for Tai Chi. And now we're going to do a calisthenic workout, and it's going to be short, sweet, and wonderful. So this is 15s. If you know my channel, we've done 15s many, many times. 15s is a pyramid style workout. You can insert any type of exercise you want into this workout. You do 15 of 3 different exercises, then 14, then 13, then 12, all the way down to 1. And then at 1, you do 16 because you finish strong. You train your mind, train your brain to finish stronger than you started. So very, very important in competition. Right now, we're going to do a few exercises. My baseline would be jumping jacks, push-ups, and sit-ups. However, I don't really want to do jumping jacks right now. Maybe I do. I don't know. Do I? We'll see. What we're going to do is we're going to cut into thirds. So for this version of 15s, and you can make your own, and sometimes I do 5 exercises, sometimes I do 6 exercises. Right now we're only doing 3. You can adjust it however you like. Right now, for the first set of 5, which is going to be 15 down to, let's say, 11, we're going to do a certain group of exercises. Then we're going to switch that up for 10 to 6. And then from 5 to 1, which is going to be 16, we'll do another set. So that'll give us enough variety for this. You can adjust it any way you'd like. I do this at the end, after the breathwork, visualization, yoga, Tai Chi, etc. Actually, oftentimes I'll do yoga at the end to stretch up. But I like to ramp up to get to the intensity so that I'm connected to the subtle energies before I do the intensity. I've been doing training like this since I was a teenager, and it's always been helpful and always given me an edge. So we're going to start with jumping jacks, push-ups, and sit-ups, and then we'll keep it basic. And ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And down for push-ups. You can do them on your knees, you can do them any way that's helpful for you. I recommend bringing the breath work in. So everything we're doing means you connect the breath work. So I'm inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Or I can do exhaling, inhaling, whichever one feels right for you, but connect the breath for you. $15, and then sit-ups. So I'm just going to keep my feet straight, and I'm going to do ab crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only bring my ribs to my hips. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Everything I do warms up an area before I go too hard. It helps to build the musculature properly. Okay, ready, and 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11, 12, 13, 14. Even during the jumping jacks, gently pull the color into the belly. Exhale, wash it out. Now we're going to do dips here as an alternate for our push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. And then feet down, crunches. 1, 2, you can tap up here too if you want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's do push-ups again. I'm going to give myself a nice incline with this. So I'm varying it up just slightly every time I do it to give myself, all my muscles, all angles, some work. All right, and sit-ups. Move the feet to 90-90, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dips again. This time I'm going to do it on my little chair here. Putting my arms behind me. And
Jan, can you take the camera down?
Yes.
The bird's up.
Sure. Using this chair. And just dipping. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. And for 12, we're going to take our feet, put them in the air, and we're going to reach and slap the shins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 11. Go for jumping jacks. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 push-ups. I'll do an incline the opposite way. Sometimes people may call it decline, incline. Okay, ready? And 1. Touching my chest to the chair. 2, 3, 4, 5. Super important to keep your head up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good stuff. And 11. Since we just did full body, the full abdomen, we're going to take our hands, put them underneath the buttocks, but you don't have to. This is just for support. And we're going to do a full body crunch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Love doing that. All right, now we're going to switch it up for 10. Same structure, different exercises. For 10, we're going to do jab cross. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're working the fast twitch muscles. We're still pushing the color out. You can inhale, pull the color in, and then exhale, throw it out if you want, or exhale, exhale, or inhale, inhale, but it's important to coordinate for yourself. And now we will do dips. So, just plain dips. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And this time, instead of abs, we're going to do lifting our legs for our back, the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then uppercuts. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll go down for clap push-ups. I'm going to warm up with my clap push-ups and do them on my knees first. Still feeling like I need to warm up my shoulders more. So my knees, that means that I'm going to have my knees here and I come up. So knees down. Obviously I'm on a soft rug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll stay down, rotate the leg 9 times each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now to 8. We'll do hooks. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Notice that you're bringing yourself back. It's not just swinging side to side. You 1, 2. There's a rhythm there. Very subtle. 1, use the obliques to pull yourself back and then launch the other one. Pull yourself back. Either exhale, inhale, or inhale, exhale. Either one, you can switch it up in any combination you want. When you speed it up, it becomes harder to see that little beat. But that beat is grounding. You ground yourself, bring yourself back. All right, and dips again. This time I'll use a chair again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And I'm going to go into a plank and lift my leg up 8 times each side. 1, 2, 3. Tighten your core. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 7. We're going to do uppercut overhand. And then we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually a body shot. 5, 6. So draw an X. 7. From hip to shoulder. 8. Shoulder to hip. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cover with the other hand while you throw these. And we'll do clap push-ups again. On my knees. 1, 2. This time I'm going to widen my arms and make them smaller. Widen, smaller. All right, and let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. We're to cover, strike. 1, 2, 3. Try to push the color from the belly out the hand. More specifically, out these 2 knuckles, index and middle finger knuckles. 4. Switch. Cover, strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And coming down, and we'll do dips, regular dips again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And rotate for the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 5. For 5, we're going to go 1, 2. Push the color out the elbow. Inhale up. Knock it out. 3, 4, 5. And then for arms, we are going to press together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pushing and then pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push the color out the palms. And then for press, 1, 2, tighten the abs and the chest, the pectoral muscles, everything squeezing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now put the hands together and pull apart. Use the back to open up. Keep the structure, but use the back to pull. 2, 3, 4, and relax. And then need an elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3, hammer, chop down. 1, chop across. 2, 3, 4. Marriage of gravity. Everything comes with the gravity, the breath work, and visualization. And behind the head, push. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Pull. 1, 2, 3. Relax. And 1, 2, 3. And blitzing punch. 1, 2. Switch. 1, 2. Use your stance. Pick it up. Up here. Press. 1, 2. Down. 1, 2. Out. 1, 2. In. 1, 2. Up. Still pressing the entire time. And then pull apart. 1, 2. Down. 1, 2. Maintain the pull the entire time. 1, 2. Bring it in. 1, 2. Good. And then 1, 2. Now 16. Jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Really sweating here. All right, and let's finish strong with, I don't want to do push-ups. Let's finish strong with push-ups. and full, if you can do full body push-up, do it on your knees, that's fine. But if you can release the palms, bring your body all the way to the ground, and then release your hands completely, and then push back on the ground. It's going to give you, starting from here. 1, release the hands. 2, release the hands. 3, 4, you can even switch up the push-ups every time. 5, switch it up. 6, switch up your position. Hands wider. 7, hands closer. 8, diamond. 9, hands higher. 10, hands lower. 11, regular. 12, elbows in. 13, diamond. 14, hands wide. 15, hands higher. 16, good stuff. And turn over, a superset for the abs. For the abs, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Always finish strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 90, 90. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And bonus, rotate out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Reverse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then finally here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Switch. 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Immediately come up, uplifting heaven. Right away. This is your rest. Draw the color into the belly. Exhale, wash it down. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, wash it down the arms and legs. Nothing like this workout as a baseline. And remember, you're not done working out until you stretch. And I recommend the yoga stretches first and foremost before you do any basic stretches, meaning unstructured or lightly structured stretches. Feet 2 fists apart. Suck in the belly button. Belly button pulls the string. A string is pulling your belly button through your spine. So pull it here. Collarbone lifts up. Notice the similarity to our initial pubis bone, sternum, shoulders, occiput, that initial structure. Very similar, but this is the more refined, structured version of that. It just takes more discipline to maintain this structure and more body awareness. Suck the belly button in, collarbone goes up, fingertips, thumbs interlaced, fingers go up. So the thumbs should be interlaced like this, and the fingers will go up.
Can you raise it? Oh, that's good.
Once you get the basic lift, then you start to refine it before you do anything. Or should I say refining it in and of itself is doing something. So suck in the belly button again. Lift the collarbone again as if 2 strings are lifting you and the fingertips up. We're removing the breath for these exercises. That means you're not breathing in and out of these postures to catalyze the movement. The movement is done with willpower, not with breath catalyzing willpower or as an instrument of it. So the visualization pulls it in. The visualization lifts the collarbone. The visualization lifts the fingertips. No breath necessary for these. It's important to note because there's always one of these things, these tools, each one of them is a means to an end. Visualize the muscles going up out of the hip line of the lower back. So all your lower back muscles lifting out of the hip. Once you feel a lift, suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone and the fingertips. Again, middle back muscles now, lifting out of the lower back. Up, 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 up. To note, the middle back muscles include the top of the lumbar and the lower portion of the thoracic spine. So oftentimes people only separate lumbar and thoracic. I want you to think about it in 3 sections rather than 2. Middle back up, hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulder blades going up, 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 up. Upper back muscles going up, out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And now the shoulders cover your ears, up, hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And maintain the structure and the hands float down. Chin floats down. And coming down one vertebrae at a time. One vertebrae at a time. Visualize each vertebra melting off the next or the last. Keep the knees straight the entire time. Fold the arms and hang. Drop the head. As you inhale, you should feel the hips being pulled to the sky. As you exhale, the body just melts down. Shoulders, collarbone, everything melting. Release the arms, suck in the belly button, one vertebra at a time. Inhaling as you come up. For your own safety, suck in the belly button, inhale as you come up. And as you come up all the way, restructuring the spine, one vertebrae at a time, then you immediately go into another one. Sucking in the belly button, lifting the collarbone, and thumbs together. Remember, when the thumbs are together, if you did it one way, let's say the left hand's in front of the right, left thumb is in front of the right, and then you lock, then switch for this time. Give your body this sense of variety. And see what happens when you make these subtle changes. Remember, once you get the posture, then you can start to dive into it a little bit more deeply. So suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone and the fingertips. In general, the second time you can be a little bit more smooth with the transitions. So lower back goes up, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Middle back, up, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Upper back up, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulders up. Also note, though, that it takes time just to get accustomed to moving upper back up, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulders up. Also note, though, that it takes time just to get accustomed to moving Hey, buddy. Hold on one second. I'm just finishing this class, and we're doing do one yoga stretch with us. One Joseph yoga stretches, okay? Put you right there. Okay, since my son's here, we're gonna do you should do it 3 times anyway. So, feet shoulder width apart, or feet 2 fists apart, once again, and imaginary string lift you from the top of the head. All the belly, the abdominal muscles should feel like they're flushing down your belly button. And from that flush, as you contract, it should feel like a string is pulling the belly button through the spine. That's the finer details. That's how you get it to disappear. And that's stage 1. You hold stage 1. Now collarbone lifts up. Stage 2. You should feel like only 2 strings lifting the collarbone, so the rest of the rib cage stays down. It's like fingers expanding apart. Belly button, collarbone. And then your thumbs, interlace the thumbs, whichever way you'd like now, and the fingers go up. Once you're up here, suck in the belly button again, lift the collarbone again, and the fingertips again. Once you've done that, visualize all the lower back muscles lifting up, up, up out of the hips, and then hold. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Then the middle back muscles lifting out of the lower back, going up, 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 hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Upper back muscles lifting out of the middle back, visualize them going up and then hold it, suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone and the fingertips. And then finally the shoulders cover the ears, lifting out of the upper back. Hold it, belly button, then the collarbone goes up, then the fingertips go up even higher. Maintain the entire structure as the hands float down. Maintain that lift, then drop your chin, one vertebrae at a time. Very slowly exhaling and let each vertebra melt one at a time. One vertebrae at a time. You should really take your time here, especially if you haven't done this all day. If you're just new to this at all, allow yourself to get more awareness. Even yesterday, I was having a breakthrough in my own awareness of my upper rib cage because I was like, oh, I never noticed that part before. And you just really have to use what's called proprioception, which is essentially your ability to look inside your own body. And that's something that Tai Chi really helps develop. Also helps you aim that at somebody else. Fold the arms and hang. Remember, as you inhale, the hips should feel like they're being pulled to the sky or the ceiling. And as you exhale, the hands float down. Arms floating down. Chin, neck relaxing. And then release the arms. Inhale, suck in the belly button, come up. One vertebra at a time. Inhaling up, 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 up. Good stuff. And let me just pull this over here. So when you're done with this stuff, make sure, buddy, before you sit down, make sure you just slap your legs up, 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 up the inside of the body, up the front, then up the inside, then down the outside. Other side, up the inside, down the outside. Over the shoulders, down the back. And inhaling. Ocean of blood returns to the source. Just the fingertips go up. And then just the fingertips go down. Do your best not to lift the elbows or anything. Just your fingertips up. Just the fingertips down. One more time. Inhaling deep. One more time. Rub the hands together. Rub around the chest. On the sternum, up and down, tapping. Collarbone, tapping. Other side. For the reproductive organs, look up. Relax all the way through the reproductive organs. Take the hands, go from the collarbone up. Strong pressure. And then on the back of the neck, counterpoint. Knuckles on the kidneys, massage. And go down, and then up. And then reverse it. Down, up, really strong pressure. And on your chin, squeezing out for your immune system. For your hormones, actually. Squeezing. This is for the immune system. Index and middle finger up over the ears, down, under. Strong pressure. They go up in the face, into the side, release. Up in the face to the side, release. Up in the face to the side, release. And through the scalp, front to back, back to front, front to back, back to front, slapping, front to back, back to front. And you can even stretch a little bit while you do this. Front to back to front. Hollow fist, gentle banging, front to back to front to back to front. Grab the scalp, knead it like dough. And then reverse, and then reverse the circles and bring that back. Good stuff. Two hands at the top of the forehead, fingers, massage, and then reverse on your temples, and then massage under the eyes, under the center of the lip, top and bottom, switch, above the gums on the side, below the gums on the side, tongue, index finger, eyes, all in the same direction. And reverse it. Flick the fingers out, thumbs out, 1, 2, 3, grab, 1, 2. And then finally, inhale, white light into the belly, spread through the whole body. White light, inhale into the belly. Make a big bubble around the body. One more breath. And spread the light as far as you can go. Have gratitude for the body, the good people in your life, the space that you're in. Thank you guys so much. I love you. This will be on my YouTube. I'm going to put it up right away too. So my hair's all messed up from training. I'll see you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed. If you ever have a thought, question, or idea, just leave it and I'll answer it on my YouTube, or if you leave it on any of my videos, I will address it too. Thank you guys. Love you.